What is up, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, we're going to be exploring the Maldives, Maafushi. So for those of you who don't know, I am actually currently living in the Maldives and I'm working at a resort. So in the Maldives, anytime you want to go to a different island, you usually do have to go to Malé first, which is the main city, and then you get on another boat to go to the different island. So here's me fixing my hair on the boat, and this is Malé. You'll see the tall buildings. It's like a mini city on an island. I actually already booked my ticket online the night before just because I like knowing that I'm gonna have a seat, and I wanted to go on the specific boat so that I didn't have to wait too long in Malé since there's not that much to do. But anyway, this is us off to Maafushi, and you can see that that bridge actually connects from the airport to Malé. Even just sitting on the boat on your way to the island, you can just enjoy how absolutely beautiful this place is. The water, all the different islands and the boats. Here you'll see I got to Maafushi. You'll see the big building here from the harbor, and most places, if you're staying with a hotel, will pick you up from the ferry so that they can take your bags for you. It's not a big island. Most of the hotels and guest houses are on the one side of the island, and then on the other side you will have a bit more of the local side. So this is where I was staying, just a cute little room. I'll be sure to add the name of the place that I was staying at in the description. Here's me putting on sunscreen. Now I'm ready. My face looks oily. I have a hat on. I'm ready. Alright, now that I'm all sunscreened up and ready to go, I head down to this little road that's basically the hub of all things water sports. We're talking snorkeling, jet ski, parasailing. Basically, if it involves water and fun, it's all happening here. I wandered into one of these spots to check out what they have to offer. I already knew that I'd be keen to do some kind of excursion the next day, since that's the main reason I actually did come to Maafushi. I decided to go with Shark Bay because, well, sharks, obviously, but here is a bit of an idea of the prices for the excursions. Then I headed over to Bikini Beach, and here is something worth knowing if you're planning a trip to the Maldives. Unless you're staying at a resort, there are some rules when it comes to swimwear. On local islands, you are only allowed to wear bikini in designated areas, and not all local islands even have a bikini beach. So keep that in mind when you're planning your days or packing your beach bag. This island does have a bikini beach though. You'll see signs around reminding you to cover up once you leave the beach area. It's super simple, just be respectful and you're all good to go. I spent the rest of the stay just relaxing, drinking pineapple juice and exploring the island. Okay, this is me post-nap. I feel so alive right now. Been in the sun, ate good food, juice, had a nap. Now I'm ready. I'm gonna go see if I can watch the sunset somewhere and find somewhere to eat. So. this is where I decided to have dinner, and honestly, it was such a vibe. The place was lovely, the food was so good, they had live music playing, and the lighting just made everything feel so cozy. You will see that they have a huge menu, and they definitely have something for everyone. I decided to go with one of my favorite foods, which is kutu. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right, but I ate so much of it in Sri Lanka as well, and every time I see it on the menu, I just can't help myself. One thing to keep in mind when you're planning to go to the Maldives, alcohol is actually illegal. Unless you're staying at a resort or in a specific area that's licensed to serve it, you won't be able to get a drink. This island is one of the dry ones, so no cocktails here. But honestly, don't let that put you off. Grab a fresh juice, soak up the atmosphere, and just enjoy the moment, as this is also part of the experience. After dinner, I went back to the beach to enjoy my ice cream and did some stargazing. The beach was so calm and quiet, just one of those perfectly peaceful nights. And then a little kitty came over and made herself at home on my lap. Honestly, it was the cutest surprise and just made the moment even more relaxing. The next morning, I was so happy to see clear skies and good weather, especially because the days before the forecast said that it was going to rain. I was a little bit nervous for this trip, but look at this beautiful day. And of course, I had to have the breakfast of champions, coffee and sugary cereal. This is probably my favorite thing in the world. But honestly, I was so excited for today since this was the day that I was going to go on the excursion I booked the day before. So once I headed over to the excursion center, they got us all set up with the fins and the mask that we needed. And if you did need one, they would also give you a life jacket. Here's me all excited with my little fins, just waiting to hop on the boat. Once everyone was geared up, we took a quick group photo and then we were headed off. Our first stop was the sandbank. If you want to go here, make sure that you're going at the right time, since if you're going at high tide, there probably won't be a sandbank there. This place is so beautiful, it honestly speaks for itself. So for now, I'll let you guys enjoy the crystal clear waters, the sunshine, and me living my best life. I am such a lucky girl because swimming with dolphins on this tour is not guaranteed. They're wild and free, and some days you just can't find them. But we got lucky. We found them, we swam with them. It was honestly unreal. I felt like a mermaid just gliding through the water with these beautiful creatures. Definitely a pinch me moment. And now for the main event, swimming with sharks. This is honestly the reason I wanted to do this excursion. We started off just floating in the water while they took some drone videos, which you'll see here. And I promise I'm not that pale. Well, I am pretty pale, but the lighting was not in my favor today, okay? I was the first one to get in the water, so I was definitely a little bit nervous, but mostly excited. I think this is the scariest part at the beginning because you can't see the sharks. They just tell you to float and then they kind of push you into the water and you just start feeling them like moving beneath you. These sharks are not shy. They were swimming through my fins, brushing up my back. It was so cool. After you're floating, as you saw, we got in one by one so that it wouldn't get too crowded around the sharks. We were diving, swimming around, and just having the best time. At one point, there were so many sharks around me, I literally couldn't move and was squished between them like a human shark sandwich. It was wild and unforgettable. So this was our next and final stop of the tour. We visited one of the local islands that is known for the stingrays. There are quite a few around this area, so it's a popular spot for people to come and swim with them. Before getting in the water, we had our lunch, which was included in the trip. It was a simple fried rice, juice, we got an apple and water. We just sat here under the trees by the tables, enjoying the shade before we went to go meet the stingrays. And here they are. Guys, they are so soft and squishy. I absolutely love this part of the tour. They are such beautiful and gentle creatures that unfortunately just have a bad reputation. But they are not aggressive. They're calm, they're curious, and they are peaceful. They were gliding all over me, sliding up my back, right onto my lap, and it was just such a special experience. And just like that, we were back on the island Maafushi. Honestly, I was exhausted after such an amazing day. I ended up going back to the same spot for dinner as the night before because, you know, why not? The food is good. And yes, I had another pineapple juice. I think I basically lived on pineapple juice during this trip. I can't even tell you how many I had. I did switch it up with something different to eat, but after dinner, I was done. I went straight to bed and completely passed out. Very cool. Third and final day, unfortunately, but Rishta did come and join me for this last day, and we were on the hunt for some breakfast, which we found at a hotel that had like a buffet. Rishta has quite a lot of friends that actually work at Maafushi, and they ended up taking us parasailing over the ocean. I was so excited for this because I'm a total weirdo when it comes to heights, and I actually love them, so I couldn't wait. And just look at how beautiful this water is. Honestly, I've been here for almost a year and I just still cannot get over the water in the Maldives is like nothing else. They took some drone videos of us, so as the drone comes around, you can actually see the whole of Maafushi. The island is with all the little buildings on it. It's not a huge island, but it's really cool to see it from this angle. We were both just like, okay, smile and wave, smile and wave. Okay, pretend that you're looking at the ocean. But we were actually looking for some dolphins because when we were on the boat before we went up, we did see them, but unfortunately not from the top. But you can see we were pretty high up. After that, we also went out on this cute little boat with some friends to go snorkeling, and it was so stunning. It honestly reminded me of the scene in Finding Nemo where he goes missing, because it has this like dramatic drop off into the deep blue, and it was definitely one of the best reefs I've snorkeled at in this part of the Maldives. Oh, just look at that little jellyfish. And also my mask was way too tight, but this is a sign that you had a good day. We did a little bit of fishing off of the boat, and I kept getting my line stuck in the reef, so Rishta actually had to jump in and save the day there. We were absolutely starving after the swimming, so we headed to this restaurant, and of course we ordered way too much. They had a huge menu, so we were like, oh, let's share a milkshake, a sandwich, and 2 meals. But it was good, so no regrets there. And then for this, so in the Maldives, you don't get a mint after your food. You get this little mixture of nuts, leaves, and spices, and then you kind of put it all together. So as Rishte, our local pro, is showing us here how it's done, it completely refreshes your mouth after a meal. You just kind of chew on it, and then you are supposed to spit it out afterwards. We went to go and enjoy our last little sunset here at Maafushi, since we were taking the late boat back to Male and then back to our own island. So this is where I'm wrapping things up. I really hope you enjoyed coming along this trip with me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to come on more adventures with me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching.